defeated in 1976 by Jimmy Carter. On the day of Carter's inauguration, he began his address by praising the former president.
For myself and for our nation, I want to thank my predecessor for all he has done to heal our land.
Carter's inaugural was the first time a president walked from the Capitol to the White House after his ceremony. He also canceled the traditional luncheon following the ceremony, and this inaugural was the first to see the outgoing president leave the Capitol grounds by way of helicopter. Ronald Reagan won the election of 1980, and at the age of 69 became the oldest person ever to be elected president. His inauguration on January 20th, 1981, was also the first one held on the west front of the Capitol.
The idea had been floated before. The west front could accommodate a lot more people. It had a much more majestic view, towards the mall and the monuments. And so the Congressional Committee decided to move it to the west front for that reason.
I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
President Reagan's first inauguration in 1981 recorded the warmest inaugural on record with a noontime high of 55 degrees. 4 years later, at his second inauguration, things would be a bit different.
In 1985, when Ronald Reagan was inaugurated, it was the coldest inauguration on record. It was 7 degrees, was the noontime temperature, and the decision had to be made the night before that exposure to the cold, to that much cold, was really unsafe, and so they moved the inauguration ceremony into the rotunda, and that was the first time that the rotunda had been used for that ceremony.
After serving 8 years as vice president, George Herbert Walker Bush was elected president and sworn into office on January 20th, 1989. He became our 41st president of the United States. He was defeated for re-election in 1992 by William Jefferson Clinton. President Clinton served 2 terms in office. His second inauguration on January 20th, 1997, was the first time the ceremony was broadcast live on the Internet. It was also the first inaugural to fall on Martin Luther King's holiday. The turn of the century saw one of the closest and most controversial elections on record. But George W. Bush defeated former Vice President Al Gore to become our 43rd and current president.
The peaceful transfer of authority is rare in history, yet common in our country. With a simple oath, we affirm old traditions and make new beginnings.
Re-elected in 2004, President Bush leads a nation currently at war. The future is unknown, but the past is well documented. Every 4 years, on January 20th, this nation and the world focus their attention on the U.S. Capitol. Another inaugural ceremony will be held, and the next President of the United States will follow in the footsteps of those before him, swearing to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States.
I, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
I, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, do solemnly swear.
I, Harry S. Truman, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States.
That I will faithfully execute the office
of President of the United States.
of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability,
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend
The Constitution of the United States.
Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.